All right, good morning out there in Facebook land. I was trying to record this video a moment ago, doing a live Truth from a Truck Cab again. It's been a little while since I've done it, and I was trying to record it, and my brother jumped on here and just said that my audio wasn't working. So I don't know if you're still tuned in, Joe, but if you can let me know if it's working, that'd be awesome. But anyway, I'm going to keep going here. So what I started with a few moments ago was the Lord gave me something I think I need to share today. It's been a long time since I've done Truth from a Truck Cab, and so I want to try to be real quick. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want to be a blessing to whoever might be listening to this morning. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's a very chilly morning this morning. I really hope everybody's doing good, but we're going to jump in here. So John chapter 11 is what we spoke about at Shiloh Chapel this last Sunday. I've been going through the book of John, going through questions that Jesus asked, and in this chapter, this is a famous story where Jesus goes to Lazarus, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus dies in this. So, Joe, let me know if my audio is working, please. So, I think I was connected to my Bluetooth a minute ago, and that's why it wasn't working, but I'm hoping it's working now, so I just restarted the video. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. So, thanks for letting me know that, because I was sitting here talking for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden there's, nothing going on. But anyway, so, again, Shiloh Chapel, we're going through the book of John, and last Sunday I spoke on, the last 2 weeks actually, that I've spoken, we have talked about John chapter 11. Famous story, Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead, super awesome miracle that happens, and at the end of the miracle, this is an important factor, and I want to just point this out. So, verse 54, nearing the end, Jesus therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. So, this happens after Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. The Pharisees and the chief priests and the scribes and all the guys that are always trying to trip Jesus up on stuff, they were consenting or talking about, and they had a meeting kind of in secret to Jesus about executing Jesus, putting him to death after this point, because this is a point where they were starting to get really, really irritated and sick of Jesus kind of calling out their tradition and doing things that were unconventional in ministry compared to what they were used to with the tradition and the laws. Well, so after this, he doesn't walk anymore among the Jewish people openly. So this is the last time, and this is actually the first time, I mentioned this Sunday, this is the first time Jesus ever did any kind of resurrection miracle in public. The first time, when he raised Jairus' daughter from the dead, I think that's who that was, that was in secret. It was in private. Remember in the story, there's people there. He comes in and tells them, why is everybody weeping? She's sleeping. And they're like, what do you mean? She's dead. And Jesus is like, dismisses all these people and keeps John and Peter and I think James in the room with him. And those are the only people that witnessed that first resurrection. So in their Jewish culture, they probably would have looked at this like a necromancy type of thing, or sorcery is what they would have probably accused him of. So at that time, he did it in secret. But this is the first time he does it in public, and there's a huge issue that happens among the Pharisees. They get mad, they get upset, they want to try to put Jesus to death after this miracle. So Jesus then goes and doesn't openly go among the Jews anymore, but he goes up to Ephraim. Now, Ephraim is a region of land that was given to the second son of Joseph back in the Old Testament, it's a mountainous region, very mountainous region. It's very rough terrain. But the meaning of the name Ephraim is what I want to talk about. And I think it's so significant to the story, to Jesus' life, and to his ministry at this time. There's a reason the Bible uses different words. And there's a reason the Bible tells us the detail that Jesus went up to Ephraim. So he went up into the mountains of Ephraim. And Ephraim means very fruitful. That's what it means, very fruitful, like exponentially fruitful. And if you look at verse 45, we saw that after Jesus says to Lazarus, loose him, let him go, calls him out of the grave, then many Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him. But some of them went their ways, and the Pharisees, and told them what things Jesus had done. So that's when they meet with the Pharisees. Well, after many Jews believe, get this now. This is the truth right here. This is the truth from the truck cab today. Jesus, when he raises Lazarus from the dead, there's sort of an imagery that's happening of what is to come. It's like a foreshadowing of what's going to happen with Jesus. He has the power to raise the dead, and then eventually he raises himself from the dead, right? After he does the resurrection, after he raises Lazarus, what happens? He goes to Ephraim. He goes to a stage where it's very fruitful in a mountainous region, somewhere that is a challenge to get through, to work through, right? And it's very, very fruitful. So the resurrection brought forth much fruit. Just like Jesus' resurrection has brought forth and is bringing forth much fruit in our lives. And what I wanted to say is Jesus also taught this principle when he was teaching about moving mountains with our faith. And I think a lot of times we come up on a mountainous time in our life, and a spiritual mountain, if you will, and we have all this great faith in the Lord, and we trust in the Lord, and we want him to move that mountain. But sometimes Jesus doesn't want to move the mountain or want us to move a mountain with our faith. He simply wants us to climb it so that we can experience much fruit in our life. For something to be resurrected, something has to die. You can't have the resurrection without the death, right? It has to happen first in that order. And then after the resurrection, what happens? There's much fruit. So sometimes we need to let things die in our life so that we can have them resurrected by the Lord, and that we can experience the mountaintops of the Ephraim, so to speak, of our life. And that's the truth from a truck cab today. Hope it's an encouragement to you. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Don't just remember that sometimes the mountain is not there in our life to be moved. It's there to be climbed so that we can experience the victory atop that mountain. All right. Pray for us, if you will, at Shiloh Chapel. Pray for me and my wife and my family, if you would, with our ministry. And I appreciate you tuning in and taking a few minutes this morning. We love y'all, and we'll be praying for you. And go tell somebody in the world about Jesus today. Tell someone about the Lord, and tell them that he loves them today. That's my challenge all the time to everybody. Let's go preach the gospel to all the people that need it. All right, we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.